Good morning. My name is Eric Adams. I am not a dietitian, not a doctor, not a nutritionist. I'm a retired member of the New York City Police Department. For 22 years, I wore a bulletproof vest and protected the children and families of New York City. 3 years ago, I woke up and I could not see the alarm clock. I found out later that I was blind in one eye and I was going to lose my sight in others. After visiting 5 doctors, I learned the diagnosis was type 2 diabetes. I had what was considered to be permanent nerve damage in my hands and feet, and I was told I was going to lose some limbs. Not believing that and told that I was going to be on medicine the rest of my life, I decided to do research on my own. I had one skill, and that was knowing how to do investigations, and I knew how to read. I learned from organizations such as PCRM that there was a way not only to live with chronic disease, but to reverse chronic disease. After 3 weeks of going on a whole food, plant-based diet, my eyesight returned. 3 months after, my A1C went from a 17 to a 5.7. The nerve damage in my hands and feet went away. No medicine, no insulin, only food. My mother pursued and followed the same whole food, plant-based diet that I embraced. 80 years old, 2 months on it, 15 years diabetic, 7 years on insulin. Mother is now off her insulin and has reversed her diabetes as well. She was taking 9 medicines during that time, and she's now off those 9 medicines. The real drug dealers are not those who are wearing baggy blue jeans on our corners. I've learned they're the pharmaceutical companies that have our parents addicted to drugs. Each time I try to reverse this condition, I'm told about the guidelines that you give. I represent 2.6 million people. New York City has followed me, and now we no longer serve processed meat in our schools. We have a program at Bellevue Hospital where 600 people have signed up for and started the process of reversing their condition. It has never been my DNA. It was my dinner. It's time to heal and not live with disease, but reverse disease. Let's make Americans healthy again. Thank you.
The prevalence of high blood pressure among black people in the United States is among the highest in the world. About 55% of black adults have high blood pressure, also known as hypertension. Instead of taking toxic pharmaceuticals, go to House of Imhotep and get this special formulated blend so that you can start reversing this disease. And stop saying it runs in your family if your eating habits look like that on the left. And that's an excerpt from my book. But here are also remedies that will help you deal with high blood pressure. And this is another excerpt from my book to talk about reversing cancer cells. Also, you can get the audiobook with Chief Montana to reverse STDs today.